So if you like tamales, but you want a quicker way of eating tamales without going through all the hard work of actually making them, then just keep watching because I have it in a casserole form much quicker this way. So to start this recipe, I'm roasting 2 poblano peppers on the barbecue. Then I'm going to go in the house and saute this frozen bag of petite white corn. I'm just seasoning it how I like to do it. This part is not in the recipe, but again, I like to get as much flavor out of every step that I can. So I'm looking to get a nice sear on this corn so I get some nice dark bits on there. And then I roasted this chicken like the day before, so I was just picking all the meat off it, and then I went back outside and got the poblanos off the barbecue, put them in a bowl, and they'll be ready for me when I need them. And then the next step is to get all that picked chicken, put it in a pan along with a cup of green enchilada sauce and a cup of chicken broth. And then I just put it on over like medium-low heat and just let it warm up. And garlic powder also. And what else did I put in there? That's it. Okay. So this is an interesting recipe. I wasn't sure if it would turn out. Okay, now I'm making the tamale part. So I have 3 cups of masa, which is corn flour, masa harina, and then 2 teaspoons of salt, 3 tablespoons of granulated sugar, baking powder, ground black pepper, and here's those poblanos that I roasted. I roasted 2. If you want it spicier, you can do more. But 2 was enough because they were pretty small anyway. And then the recipe calls for 12 tablespoons of unsalted butter. But I had some lard left in my cupboard, so I did half and half. So I did 6 tablespoons of lard, or a 1/3 cup, roughly, and then 6 tablespoons of butter. And then I love green chilies, so I put a can of green chilies in there. And then you put half the corn in the tamale mixture. And it should look like thick peanut butter-ish, but it was a little bit too thick still. So I just added more of the broth. And this is the finished texture that you're looking for. It should look like thick peanut butter, and that's what we have here. And FYI, next time I do this though, I'm gonna just use my stand mixer because all this was a little bit too much for my food processor. I had a hard time. So next time I'm going to use my stand mixer. And then here's the other half of the corn, and just fold the rest of the corn into the mixture. Oh, there's also baking powder. Did I say that? I think I did. But anyway, so now I'm ready to assemble the casserole. So a 9x13, preheat your oven to 400. We're going to put half of the mixture into the bottom, press it into the bottom of the baking dish. And you know, this is one of the most interesting recipes I've ever made because it looks like it has a lot of liquid. And I really wasn't sure if it was going to turn out. I thought it was just going to be just too soupy and not done cooking. And I was a little scared. I really, really was. Like, I thought I would have to have a backup plan for dinner this night because, like, it was just I didn't know what to expect from it. But just stay tuned because it did all work out. So anyway, just pressing half the masa harina in the bottom of the 9x13. Just press it in and try to get it as even as you can in the bottom of the pan. Okay, and then I have 3 cups of grated Monterey Jack cheese, and we're gonna put about half, maybe a little less than half, on top of the tamale dough. Like that. I just absolutely love tamales, and my husband and I did try to make them one time, but I mean, we got it sort of, but it was hard. It's a hard thing to do. So this is a great way to get that tamale flavor without going to all the effort if you're not used to doing it and you're not sure how to do it. So this is a great one. So, okay, sorry. And then you put on top of the cheese and the tamale dough all the chicken and the enchilada sauce and, you know, the broth and all that. Put that on there, and then sprinkle on a little bit more of the Monterey Jack cheese on top of the chicken. And then you're going to take the rest of the tamale dough and put it on top of that, all of that. So yeah, just kind of just dollop it on there and just kind of spread it out with a spatula as best you can. Okay. But yeah, my family ended up really liking this. I was kind of surprised because, yeah, I just wasn't sure how it would turn out, but it was fine. So yeah, just finishing up covering all that chicken with the tamale dough. And this has really good flavor. And you know, the green chilies that I put in the tamale dough, it wasn't in the recipe, but as I said, I really like green chilies, and I'm glad I did that because it just gives you one more level of flavor. And then goes the rest of the enchilada sauce, the green enchilada sauce. I didn't actually use all of this big can. I had a little bit left over, and I just froze it until I needed it again. And then you use the rest of the Monterey Jack cheese, and then I'm going to cover it with some foil, and then it's going to bake in the oven at 400 for about 30 minutes, and then I'll take it off, the foil off, and then bake it for 10 more minutes. Yeah. And by then, it'll be done. So here we go in the oven, 400, 30 minutes, covered with foil. Okay, 30 minutes later. Here it is. Here we go. Look, see? It looks really soupy, right? It really, really does. I mean, I was like, okay, I guess we're getting there. Okay, so now I'm going to put it back into the oven for 10 more minutes uncovered. And by then, it will be done, I promise. And it will turn out, I will have this recipe for you in the description box, and here it is all done. See, look, it actually set up, and the crust on the bottom, not the crust, but the bottom layer was actually a little golden brown underneath. So try this if you like tamales. You'll really enjoy it, I promise you. And I hope you try it. If you do, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.